What's up, Joe?
Hey, buddy. How are you today?
Good. It's how do I sound?
Not as rough as I do. My throat's a little warm. I was talking so much last night at BTC Miami. And how about you? What's wrong with you?
No, nothing's wrong with me. I meant literally, how does it sound?
Oh, your new computer and all of that stuff.
No,
yeah.
I got this is my week of new toys. I got a new mic to replace that Yeti.
Oh, wow. It sounds
So how
good.
does this? Okay, good. This is what Tim Ferriss used. It's a $99 mic.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's good. All is well, dude. You know, just been a little buried of late. Taking care of some, administrative tasks for the fund and stuff. Yeah, so that's just life. What you went venturing out. Now when you lean back, you look like you're like hiding in the back door, dark, blurry corner.
Trying to squeeze in a quick nap, while you're talking. Just kidding. No, I went out to.
That would not surprise me in the least.
Yeah, no, yeah, it just wouldn't surprise me either. I'm a big power napper, so
I love planes, a good nap.
Cars, I'll always just get like a quick minute or two if I need it. No, I went down, the group that's working with the El Salvadoran NFT project, the real estate development.
They're coming on tomorrow with us, right?
We got them coming on tomorrow. That's right.
Awesome.
I was there with them and some of their friends, and I went over. I didn't go to the convention center. I just went to the bars in Wynwood where everybody was, and free drinks, free VIP, free everything. And so I hung out there for about 5-6 hours. Met a ton of people, a couple of carbon plays, another rebase token that I kind of want to talk a little about since it's got like a 6 million market cap, but it's got 35 million or so in the treasury. It's all stable coins. Nice. If anybody still has appetite for rebase, it might be an interesting one to look at. 2,000% APY kind of thing. Met another group, a couple of Yale MBAs that are doing something with carbon credits on dashboard stuff. They want to come on the show next week or the week after. And then I met some guys from a place called Carbon Land Trust. And
wow, it was a carbon night. What the fuck? Were you like a environmental climate change party?
I don't know, man. It was like, considering everybody was smoking spliffs all over the place in that bar, it wasn't too environmentally friendly. But the idea was, everybody boozing it up. But the thing is, I think it's just now everybody sees the carbon applications, and climate is a big driver of a lot of things right now, both sides of it, the spectrum. So this one is the two Yale guys or gal and guy. It was almost an individual carbon dashboard for yourself, so you can kind of live your life carbon neutral or not, but you at least can then track it. And I thought it'd be really cool if you think about a bunch of decentralized nodes tracking carbon like that individually. That could have some interesting applications downstream. So talking to them, they're like setting up, I think, in Mountain View. They want to come on the show. And then I met a bunch of other people that I just can't really. Oh yeah, I met a guy from Youth Crypto Conference, the guy who runs it. I think it's the Youth Crypto Association. My daughter's going to join.
Nice.
It's a lot of looked like kind of 20 and under, maybe 23, college on down, but just to educate kids on crypto and things. So I thought it was really cool thing. And check this out. It's called Youth Crypto Association. And in particular, I was there for the Youth Crypto Conference, Miami.
All right.
Or crypto conference. So check that out. They want to come on the show too. And they're in Miami. So
awesome.
I thought to get us some reach into some, wherever their social's going, to who their constituents are, then our stuff would go into that network too. And then we could take theirs back into ours. It looks like a really interesting, super nice guy too.
Awesome.
So yeah, it was fun. And then finished my duty and headed out. And so I'm done with BTC 2022 at this point. Just started today. I know the two Yale MBAs, one of them just left JP Morgan. So I said, the first thing I said to her was, oh yeah, and the stuff with Jamie Dimon today. And then she's like, I just left JP Morgan. And I'm like, really? And so it was like, I was like, holy shit. And then we started talking. But yeah, no, I mean, she said that they've been going all out.
When people are walking away from what those guys pay, we got some serious interest happening.
Well, do you remember when in the .com days when all the investment bankers were leaving to go be the CFO of .coms or
Yeah.
CEOs to go make
Yeah.
a killing, and a lot
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
But the thing when those people leave, here's the cool part: they still have that network there. We're still in the sort of fraternity or the group, so their deal will get seen by J.P. Morgan in a second, and
Right.
money will come in from there for them, whatever they need. So same with the investment bankers. I remember a guy that I worked for in a pre-IPO IT services company, good friend of mine. He had, what was it? He had just left Wall Street, came down, was working with us, and then took us right back into like a special fund at Citigroup that like nobody knew about back then, and raised us a quick 20 million because
Wow.
just on handshakes and stuff like that.
Right.
And I also was
Yeah.
in meetings with him where, I think it was B of A, Bank of America was in. We're trying to put together an unsecured line of credit, or at least undo the PG. That's where I first started really focusing on that, in case you wonder, since I always bring up PGs. And I saw the way that these guys regarded, because they were like regular bankers. They weren't investment bankers. And I could see how we just sat there and said, no, we want, a $4 million unsecured line. And they sat there for a second and they're like, yeah, what the hell? We can put up an air ball. And so I was like, holy shit, because I couldn't pull that off back then, as far as convincing somebody to give me $4 million unsecured.
Yeah.
So that is a really good play, the people that come out of that. So I think we're going to see a lot of new deals coming up over the next year, a lot of funding coming in for the kind of newer deals, and another wave coming. So I don't know when that is, but to me, I feel like there's another sort of swell building.
Awesome.
So it keeps me sane.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I hope another swell is building.
Yeah, I need one.
I'm just going to leave it alone because.
Oh, dude, I know what you're saying now.
No, I do hope another swell is building. Hey, let me show you quickly. I'm not going to talk through the details of this because it's top secret. But let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something we're working on. Material.
Excuse me.
Little shilling of material indicators here. This is not currently available. Don't sign up for a fucking account and go, Brad, where is that? I want to use that. We don't even have this available. We don't even have this available to our premium customers yet. This is just for us, but it's interesting. You see that?
Yes, I do.
So there's a collection of data. I won't tell you the formulas or anything like that, but this is a collection of data of altcoins from January back. And I'll just give you a sense of what is being worked on. The pink areas are up. The green areas are down. Yes, I know that's odd choices. So essentially, this is a filter that will tell you when to do long plays in altcoins, basically when altcoin season is on and when altcoin season is off. And we're taking it to the point where you can do it granularly. So you'll be able to, for our MTF indicator, for example, our mean reversion indicator, you'll be able to block signals for those that are for individual coins that are not yet in the up only area, the pink purple areas. So this is we've done some runs of the historical data on this, and matches up very, very nicely. So essentially in the big picture, it's are we in alt season map, and in the little picture, it's granularly, it'll tell you less drawdown, more drawdown, etc. on individual pairs. So anyway, that's something we're working on.
Wait, so how is it different from like what Jarvis Labs does on their alt?
No idea, because I haven't looked at their stuff. I don't know.
Okay, what about? So you haven't looked at like Kingfisher or any of those either?
No, I mean in the past
charts?
I've looked at. Yeah, I mean at the past I've looked at those things, but I have zero clue how to compare this to that. I don't know.
So what's the actionable item that comes out of here?
Like
somebody hands me this, what am I seeing?
Well, if you're somebody that's kind of just analyzing the overall market and you want to look at this, you can say, yeah, I probably shouldn't be taking altcoin trades in these green areas because overall the market is not you're going to have a shit ton of drawdown, and a lot's not going to recover. And when you're looking at the chart and you see pink areas coming out the edges, then altcoin season is probably on. Yeah. Now this is back in January, so it's not right now. We're not in altcoin season right now, but the general idea is, so that's one picture. You're an analyst, you're deciding on portfolio moves, whatever. And then at a granular level, so for example, our MTF, our mean reversion signal, right?
Yeah.
We have these series of signals that come in and they automate booking trades for us, right? And we typically take 1.25%, 2.5% on those, but there's always bleeds and there's always pairs that have issues, especially in downturns in Bitcoin and Ethereum. This will allow us to granularly by pair say, take this trade, don't take this trade, right? Because that coin is not in the zone, essentially. So anyway, more to come on that. We'll reveal more about how the data is created and everything, but historically it's looking good.
Yeah, what I like is, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a type of tool where if you're just sitting here today, all of a sudden you go, oh, it trips to alt season. But I like about it that you can look at it and go, oh yeah, we're kind of just starting into it, or
exactly
kind of late in it. That's that's a very good kind of balancing indicator. It's not like the fire indicator, but it's as in like go buy or go sell, but it's definitely the one that we are like, what the fuck am I doing?
Right. And then on the
green. Yeah.
And on the signals, on the individual pairs, if you take the data to that level, it's a go, no go signal, right?
Oh, perfect.
Your strategy says, hey, you should go buy this now. Example, our mean reversion tool, you should go buy this now. And then you can double check this and say, yeah, maybe not. You're going to have a big drawdown probably. On this particular pair.
Yeah. What's interesting is that, remember those guys that were out of Carnegie Mellon that were, I think I introduced you to them, that were trading energy futures with algorithm.
Yeah. We had a couple of calls with them.
Yeah. So they had the one on, the buy, no buy signal, which is, it's a one indicator thing, red dot, green dot. And, they run it. And so when it goes green, it's buy. When it goes red, you dump. And I've looked at it and it's a simple indicator, for someone, but I don't know. With indicators, I'm always a little nervous because I don't know, I kind of want to sit there and be trying with my hand on the trading buttons and all of a sudden it says go and then see what happens after that. Cause I think everything I always see is stuff from the past. And, it just, I get it because it's doing patterns, but I just to trust the stuff 100%, I would love to kind of like say with his signals, Dylan, I think his name was, okay, let's assume every time, start now and don't look in the past, start now and go, okay, here's a green signal, bang, you buy. Well, what happens with that? And then when the red one comes, you do that. So build real data in real time over it. That's what I'd like to see in everything like this.
Yeah, well, haven't you seen our real data of actual trades that we did the report? Oh, you all right there, Chumley?
Yeah, I just banged my knee.
That was fun to watch. I'm exerting that clip.
No, I don't remember. Which one are you talking about? The one for
we did a whole report on actual trades. Yeah, we did a whole report on actual trades that I was taking at the time. The massive BTC run I did on BTC pairs and the USDT pairs, and then we did a report on the actual signals that we didn't take as well. And anyway,
that's the one that is very informative too.
Yeah. So anyway, I just find that interesting.
I like it.
Yeah, Fred the genius is cranking away and creating new cool stuff. So
yeah, he's such a nice guy too.
He is. He's a good man. Good man.
Yeah, he's in a good location. They don't. Switzerland doesn't take taxes on crypto.
I know, he's a lucky sack of shit. And he can trade on Binance.
Yeah. Well, no, they KYC everybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nobody can now. No,
I was just thinking about because I was digging on this.
I'm so fucking well aware of how much I can't trade on Binance.
I know. Because I remember when you were just doing so many trades. Dude, and your mean time reversion indicator, and now you don't have enough pairs to really run it proper.
It's fucking Binance US just sucks. I mean, look, they're growing and their volume is growing, so I'm excited, and hopefully they'll get to that point. But relative to the way I'm trading with that thing, it's pretty bad. So going to be doing some testing with it in DeFi as well. We'll see what happens.
Nice.
Now, if you want to build a portfolio and buy the dip on a particular set of coins you like, that's a great tool for that as well. Like for really passive kind of, hey, I just want to buy this. I want to buy $100 at a pop or $1,000 at a pop. I love Phantom. I love whatever. Then that tool is great for that as well. It's better than buy and hold. And so anyway, I don't want to sit here and pitch material indicators. I just wanted to show that chart because I thought it was cool.
Well, I mean, we all get a taste, right?
No.
I know I don't share either. So it's like,
what else you got? You were going to talk about that rebase play. You want to look at that?
Oh yeah, let me pop that up. Let me share.
Okay.
Hold on. No, I don't know anything about these guys at all. But for disclaimer, up the wazoo, and it was given to me by someone that was actually the Carbon Lands guy.
Showing the fuck out of it.
Oops, this is the wrong one. And it's called Euphoria. And so, the thing that I found intriguing, this is how he pitched it, and it's a decent pitch, is that I think the market cap, $6.5 million market cap, but the treasury lock, which, where the hell is that? Oh, here, 27 million in the treasury balance. But the treasury balance is all stuff like, where the hell? Well, this is mechanics, sorry. The top, it's like DAI and UST and
so it's all stables.
It's all stables, and then some stable pools with LP tokens in the treasury. So, so you got 6 times, roughly 6 times 4.5 or so of coverage on the price. So it seems like it's undervalued. I mean,
so basically you're kind of investing in the port when you buy the token. Is there like dividends off of what they're investing in? Is that how it works?
Well, I think it's like the rebase plays. I think you're getting 22.92% interest, and I think it just starts stacking more WAGMI to get there.
Oh, okay. What's their website?
Euphoria.money. Just if anybody's got a hankering for that. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I thought, wow, it's kind of interesting. Because I just
you do it. You earn. Oh no, that's compounding interest. So they're just talking about the token.
Yeah, there's nothing really not greatly new in all the description stuff. It's very similar to everybody else.
Algorithmic reserve currency, so Olympus DAO fork, I would assume, based on the WAGMI token. Each WAGMI token is backed by a basket of assets: DAI, UST, WAGMI, DAI, LP tokens, WAGMI, UST, LP tokens. Similar to Wonderland and Olympus, Euphoria also introduces economic and game theoretic dynamics into the market through staking and purchasing bonds. In addition, we intend to bridge the gap between DeFi 1.0's liquidity mining mechanisms and DeFi 2.0's protocols-owned liquidity mechanisms. ViperSwap and Euphoria can both be utilized to introduce new and unique mechanisms and products. Has an established treasury, what's been growing, blah, blah, blah. Bootstrapped 192,000.
I think that's old docs. They're also on Harmony One. So, and I think it's the only.
Yeah, that's right. There. We were talking about Harmony recently.
So, what I find is, we talk about these various different, layer 1, layer 2 type chains, layer zeros, is when one of those is smaller and one of these types of things pops up, it tends to hold together pretty well, because once people get their stuff onto Harmony, they're like, fuck it, I don't want to move it. And so, and you don't get all that dilution of like 20 more plays showing up. So I thought that was kind of interesting. The APY is interesting. The treasury coverage is interesting. The index is, a little bit mature, but I don't know what that really means these days. So it's, maybe it's one to take a flyer on if anybody's interested.
Okay. Very cool.
Looking for a little Harmony exposure. Now, this is another one. I was talking to this guy about Clima. Of course, they all corrected me as I was calling it Clima. Clima.
It is Clima? Oh, yeah, Climate. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've never spoken to anybody on the team, so, what do we know, Joe?
Yeah, exactly. So this one, he was talking about what was wrong with Clima and what they're different.
Clima.
Yeah. And it's something to do with the carbon credits. So try to summarize. I'm probably not going to be 100% correct, but the carbon credits that evidently Clima is using have already been kind of used. So they're not like generating more, carbon offset.
Right.
They basically, it's, somebody did a crop rotation on a field and got a credit for something. And then they go sell that off into the BCT platforms. This is actually land trust. So these carbon credits are backed by land that's in a land trust that is never going to be developed. So when you do things with carbon credits to buy stuff like this, you're taking this land off the board so that all it does is have trees and everything and generate, carbon offset. So those credits keep going. I thought that was pretty cool. They want to come on the show, but, I think I talked a little bit about this earlier, but Carbon Land. And so, cool guy, pretty, I don't know what's the right word.
I don't know. Pretty smart, pretty dumb.
Pretty smart, pretty clever. But the younger generation these days, they're, more hippie-ish than, say, we are at this point. So, I mean, I'm not saying, look, man, I've had long hair in the past too and done all those things. So it's not a thing. But he's just really had a cool, how kind of granola-y. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for.
There you go. I like that.
But I mean it in a complimentary way. I don't mean it in a negative way. So super good guy. What was his name too? Let me see here if I got it here. I can never remember everybody's names. Well, it's Forest Conservation Eco Club, but carbonlanddow.com. I got his name somewhere. But he's going to come on the show. So he'll be able to talk a lot more about it. And then their designer dudes was this group, Blockchain Laboratories, which I was talking to all of them. They seem pretty, you should check them out because
what is it?
Blockchain Laboratories. And I believe that both these groups are in Miami, if I'm not mistaken. It's just basically a Web3 type venture studio. They build these two, I guess. I don't know if they put money up or whatever, but they're kind of building out platforms. And so I talked to them a bit. Super nice guy, very smart. But this is something
that blockchainlab.com?
Blockchain Laboratories. I got blockchainlaboratories.com.
Oh. I found a blockchainlaboratories.org. Web3 Venture Studio.
Blockchainlaboratories.com. Yeah.
Okay.
So check out the skills there. I mean, this is more your space than mine, but see if there's something interesting there. And then I met these supercar guys, and I was just kind of trying to check this out, but they have an advanced sort of driving course, supercar experience. So you can put yourself in, whatever, Ferraris, McLarens, and go on these massive road rallies. So talk to him. I mean, you wouldn't believe how many subscribers they have. They have 75,000 people in their database that come in and rent these cars or do these car experiences or do the rallies, the kind of the road rallies type stuff.
Right.
Super cool guy as well. I'm thinking about putting my daughter in there for a little driving school just because, she actually gets her full license on the 25th. And
that hurt.
Yeah. And then, but he said, look, if you do that, she's going to be a race car driver. And I said, yeah, I didn't really think of that.
Yeah. She'll be like, oh, I know how to do it. So I'm safe.
Yeah, but I remember doing stuff like that when I was younger or being in situations like that. And, those evasive driving courses, I mean, you're not going to do this in a Ferrari or McLaren, but, where you could do 180s in a 2-lane road at high speed, with the parking brakes and stuff. I mean, it's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And fun. But so that was another cool thing. But just, if anybody's in town, I recommend just going over there. There's Wynwood. There's tons of parties. There's tons of, events. There's the main convention center, of course. But, it's a little it's pricey if you didn't get in early, but sometimes there's promotional free stuff around there you can get in.
Yeah.
And so I definitely recommend if anybody's in town, go check it out. But really, I think all the action really happens after 4 every day.
Makes sense.
So.
Look, I mean, ultimately it's about the people you're meeting, not the exhibits and shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, we went to that, what was the NFT conference a couple months ago?
NFT Central.
NFT Center, yeah. And
that's by Justin Wu. He runs a good show.
Yeah, he's a good guy too. Very good guy.
Yeah.
It was sort of like it took me a week to catch up with everybody that I met and talked to at all these booths.
That's the problem is the hours there taking out from your productivity. And then I love the networking. I love connecting with people, but I've got so much going on. It's just like
Yeah.
I can't take the time right now.
The only thing I would add any value to my chaos thing going on right now, and the only thing that would get my attention if somebody showed up and just said, "Hey, here's a whole bunch of money," or somebody showed up and said, "Hey, I want to buy your company." That's the stuff I would pay attention to. Almost anything
Of
else right
course.
now, new BD, it's just too hard
It's
right
like
now.
there's so much. Look, I mean, I spend a lot of time introducing the people that I meet in the ecosystem, that I interview, et cetera, to each other, because that's something I can easily do. I'm not making anything on it. I want to make sure these projects that I love get connected up. And
Yeah.
so I'll do that, and I figure at the end of the day, it makes them stronger, especially if I'm an investor. It gives me an opportunity to, see it do better. So, it's all good. But right now, trying to like actually navigate biz dev deals would be silly.
No, it doesn't make sense. I mean, there's too much money on the table for the main projects we're working that,
Yep.
we just got to like push through.
Yeah.
And then there won't be any issues.
Exactly.
All the deals will be rolling through that.
Yeah. And that's where the BD work goes.
Exactly. So that's what I'm really trying to focus in on right now. So we get that shit ready to roll here in the next, 7 days or so. But, so anybody else, I say go check it out. You meet people. I met another gal from LA. I can't remember what she did, but she was super nice. Tied into all these. Oh, she's tied into another like radio type play, but it's not iHeartRadio. It's something with, I think it's a guy. I think I've heard of someone named Farouk, an influencer. Have you heard of Farouk?
Yes.
I think so too. It sounds very familiar. Well, it's somehow tied in with him and some other groups where they're doing a bunch of NFT drops and things like that in relation to, festivals and musical events. That's the thing that I noticed. Who was talking about NFTs on the show yesterday or wanted to know more about it? It was
one of our listeners wanted us to start talking about some more NFT projects, and I haven't had the time to do the research. I'm going to spend a little time this weekend because I definitely agree we should talk about those more.
Well, particularly when you think about like that these drops are all happening a lot more now. And it's not just crypto people, it's non-crypto types that are playing. They just play with credit cards. So
absolutely.
To me, I see this, we're not really feeling that in our world, but it's coming at us from the other side. We're coming at it from here and it's coming this way. And we don't see this horde over there. And it's coming. And it's coming with a lot of cash. So, I'm like, we got to start really looking at more of these. I mean, kind of the good example was Azuki. Well, we talked a little about this. I was looking at the Azuki NFT collection, the one that's not affiliated really with Azuki, but it kind of looks, it's not apes, but it's something like that.
One sold for 1.4 million yesterday.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to steal your thunder there, dude.
No, that's okay, dude. Doesn't matter. It's group. So you see something like that was nothing, and now boom, 1.4. And so, and I was in the Doki Doki and Azuki channels in Telegram, and everybody's just talking about everybody. Are you guys affiliated with that? And Matt and the other guys keep going, no, it's not us, but we're here, and here. So it's getting a ton of like exposure for Azuki. I mean, our Azuki, the one that we know, in their NFTs because of what Azuki NFT is doing, and getting all this buzz. So it's kind of really helping them out. And so I see this other wave. I mean, I'm going to go on OpenSea today and see what the heck I have still there and see if anything's sellable. But when that
I did see yesterday that OpenSea's now in beta on Solana. So you can start taking Solana NFT collections and integrating them, showing them in OpenSea. So
there was also a thing that came out of Doki Doki on a whole guideline on how to use the gotcha machine and mint NFTs on Polygon. And I'll just tee it up so we have it so people can see it. Where DeFi lunch. And that's the thing. If you can, because that's what I was saying to people last night about, minting on Polygon versus Ethereum. And, a lot of people were like, oh, I love Polygon. And, a lot of people are in Polygon already. So to me, I see that this could be a nice big push coming. Okay,
absolutely.
Wait, what the hell is? I have a lot of stuff in here. Well, I can't find that, but it's in Doki Doki announcement. Sorry, it's a video tutorial session. I'm gonna just pop it up on the screen, and then you can put it in the, the show notes.
Yeah, don't forget to send me links for the other stuff you loaded up.
Yeah. And so this is it's on YouTube actually, but it's basically how to create your own NFT collection on OpenSea Polygon. And
nice.
I'm going to put the link up so we can get it into our notes real quick. Is it this one?
Cool.
Yeah, here we go. Control copy. Because anybody wants to learn about NFTs or how to do it, this is a great place to start. And it's not just the anime stuff. There's other stuff in there too. Is this up? Yeah, there it is. But that's a good, so anybody interested in NFTs, go there because you want to be messing around with it. You want to be minting on Polygon because it's cents versus, I don't know what it is on Ethereum these days, but it used to be like $800. Maybe it's a couple hundred, 80, I don't know, but significantly more. So I'd recommend everybody check out that. Hold on, let me show this real quick. If you want to learn more about it and not make costly mistakes. And so, basically this is the video on YouTube and it just shows how you do and what you do, how to lock the metadata in the NFT, all these things that you have to do and which networks, either Polygon and Ethereum is there. But this is, that's Azuki, who's their VTuber character. But this is all about, deploying the gacha, minting. So I recommend that everybody go check this out. So simply create, and then they can, so they're doing some minting on OpenSea too. But yeah, it just shows you exactly how you're doing it.
Beautiful. Love that.
So,
I love they created that. That was smart.
Yeah. So everybody take a look at that. If you're looking to learn more or you want an easy way to go mint some stuff. I mean, my daughter has picked up, she has to do a, what do you call it? Community service project for her college applications. And so they all compete on this these days, I guess.
Right.
And it's not just, feed the homeless stuff or anything like that anymore. You got to do something.
Yeah. You basically have to start up a $10 million nonprofit.
Yeah. And so I talked to her about, I said, look, because she was talking to her counselor about doing something with like a fundraiser with an animal shelter or something like that. And so I said, because she was doing some of those anime drawings in the past as well. And has NFTs. And I said, what the fuck, man? Why don't you just go? No, I didn't say it. Maybe I said it that way. And I said, why don't you just go and mint, take pictures of the dogs or something like that, mint NFTs and auction them off to the patrons. And maybe they get a dog, maybe they don't, but you get money raised. And it's an NFT.
Exactly.
We'll do it on Polygon. It'll be super cheap. And not many people are going to be doing anything like that.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's awesome.
So that is one that
maybe she's got an artist friend in her school, and the two of them could actually create some animal NFTs and have them be original and pair up for the hours. Yeah,
I thought too that what about drawing anime pictures of the dogs?
Yeah,
like chibi looking things or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not like she's out there to make money at it. It's just more of to
raise money.
But anything, it's also something that has to be easiest too. Photos are a little bit easier than drawing.
That's true. That's a good point. Absolutely.
But yeah, so, lots of stuff going on in NFT space. And we'll talk a lot more as we go forward on the ones. I just don't really go into a lot of the collections myself. I did some bunch on Doki Doki and in OpenSea. But, the other ones, I just don't really see stuff that I really, really, I don't know. I just don't really feel like collecting a bunch of stuff right now.
Yeah. I'm the same. All right. I've got a couple of more things to cover. Is that all your list?
That's me. I'm done.
All right, buddy.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.
Let me see here. All right. Peter Van Valkenburg, who helps run Coin Center. Brilliant guy, by the way. I highly recommend following him. Following Coin Center, and then give money to Coin Center. They have these great Bitcoin t-shirts that you get for giving $50. And Coin Center is out in the middle of fighting for our rights as DeFi crypto folks. And he posted up that Senator Toomey has created what's called the Stablecoin Trust Act. Essentially, it's meant to provide privacy protection. Well, one of the things it does is provide privacy protections for crypto users, real limits on warrantless surveillance, narrowing what info can be collected from third parties that might have your data, So I'm really glad to see that. Anytime you want an analysis on what's going on with a particular piece of legislation, et cetera, Coin Center and Peter and the other folks on that team publish really great insights that's easy to understand. You don't have to have a law degree. So highly recommend that follow. It's at Valkenburg, VALKENBURGH. He's also got a really great sense of humor. He's a good follow. You'll have
Cool.
some entertainment from that. This is the homepage. Go to Coin Center, donate, and if you get $50, you get that T-shirt, which I love that T-shirt. I have like 4 of them because I keep donating. Oh, and you also get Bitcoin white paper and some cool stickers. So anyway, good people, good project. They're working hard. They've been working hard for a lot of years to protect our rights. Good old DeFi Edge came out with another fucking awesome thread. This one is on the fundamentals of tokenomics. So it goes through kind of, and he provides a free tokenomics checklist. This will also be in the show notes, but it is it's really a fantastic explainer on how tokenomics work, what the different basic models are. He doesn't like bring up all 500 variations on tokenomics models, but he really talks about what are the things you need to think about when you're investing. What's the supply, et cetera? What are the motivations for holding? Are they burning? Are they locking? Just the fundamentals. So if you know anybody kind of just getting into DeFi, this is one of those things that really will get them grounded in kind of the basics and fundamentals of, how DeFi tokenomics work. And this is a great beginner's guide with also some insights in there that I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I hadn't thought about it that way. So definitely check it out. I will also post that, but it's at the DeFi Edge. Let me see what there was. Boba raised $45 million Series A, puts them at a $1.5 billion valuation. Boba is a optimism layer 2 roll up, et cetera, that has a focus on, and actually, if you want to check them out at Mission DeFi, I interviewed the founder. The interview's there. But essentially, the idea behind this blockchain or this layer 2 is to allow people in the machine learning and artificial intelligence space to make use of the blockchain for storage and verifying and validating data and what they get, but allows them to off-chain the actual processing required for artificial intelligence and machine learning while still keeping essentially validity for the data and the data that they're putting onto the blockchain. So a marriage of artificial intelligence and machine learning, kind of big brain stuff. The other outgrowth of that will be that all kinds of enterprises can use this layer for that. It also has the advantage of helping keep your data private. Really strong team building that project. So thoroughly impressed with that. All right. So real quick, I'm just going to run through a couple of things I found that I thought were interesting. I was over at CoinDex looking for some plays, and I saw this. And this token, MTA, has been around a long time. Meta, I guess is what it's called. But I'd never seen it before, Joe. But it's currently earning, Reward API is earning 3,553%. So the total APY with the base APY is 3,557%. And the thing that kind of attracted me to this is that it's essentially like a aggregated stablecoin index fund. So, it's a pretty simple concept. It allows them to create their own stable coin off of it called MUSD. And the Meta token is supposed to gain value based on, kind of the underlying mechanism. Now, their platform only pays about 4%. So that's that 3.9% we were just looking at. But the nice thing is with other incentives, where'd it go? There's an opportunity to earn 3,557% if you use Balancer and do an 80-20 split on MTA and ETH. So it looks like that APR has dropped, and they need to update it. But still, 1,051%, and everything behind this thing is stable coins, and then it's Ethereum. So to me, that's a nice play. That's a nice pool, right? And to me, if you can kind of count on that because it's backed by the stable coins and you're an investor in Ethereum, those kinds of returns are pretty sweet. So,
yeah.
And for Balancer to have it, it's good. So I saw another one, Bribe, which is kind of playing in the VE wars with governance tokens, etc. So AVAX and Bribe currently paying 794% on a pair on Pangolin. I don't know how you pronounce it. So let me take a look at the homepage. Oh, it goes straight to it. So that's a nice return. If you like AVAX and you think that the VE protocols, the Bribe protocols have a future and that they're going to continue to grow stronger, which I think most people do because they've already been performing, this is definitely a pool to take a look at. Joe, I think that's all I got today, man. I
think I went fast too.
Dive. Yeah. 41 minutes. It's good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I got a ton of stuff to do. So if you want to cut it short today, I'm good with that.
Awesome, buddy.
Do you?
Everybody, thank you for listening and watching. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Message me, B05 Crypto on Twitter and Telegram. Love to hear your feedback and thoughts, what you want us to cover and talk about. If you got a project we should look at or interview the founders, please don't hesitate to reach out. MissionDefi.com is where you can catch up on all the past episodes of this show and the Mission DeFi show. And thank you very much. We love you and appreciate you.
Thanks, everyone.
Joe, have a great afternoon. I'll catch you later.
You too, buddy. All right. Talk to you.